You think I'll let you zone?
Hey guys, it's time for movie edition of Lost Media. That's right, if you thought only TV shows, games, and books could be the only things lost, well, I have news for you in that even movies can get the lost treatment, be it a scrapped movie pitch, a project falling apart for one reason or another. The most devastating one is a complete movie that gets destroyed intentionally or unintentionally by people or bad luck by an act of God. Here are some of the lost movies that probably won't be heading back to the theaters anytime soon, or found complete for that matter anyway. 10 Things I Hate About Life sounds kind of familiar, right? It was an incomplete romantic comedy that was a spin-off of the 1999 film 10 Things I Hate About You. The movie was directed by Gil Juger. Set to release in 2014, the film had a series of setbacks during production, which caused this film to never ever be a finished product. A small portion of the film was said to be shown in 2013 to test audiences, but no known portion of the film that was shown to test audiences actually exists, or even if it actually did at one point. Unfortunately for this movie, no official plot was made for this spin-off, but all it is known is it would follow the plot of the book. In the book, a young man and a young woman meet each other and fall in love right away when they are about to off themselves. Their crazy experience causes them to bond and become closer to one another. The couple goes through the ups and downs of a relationship throughout the book, which would be in the movie. On May 9, 2012, director Gil Junger was announced that he would direct the spin-off 10 Things I Hate About Life, with filming set to begin in November of that year. It was also announced that actress Hayley Atwell would play the star lead. The lead role would later be changed to actress Evan Rachel Wood. Production on the film didn't actually start until December 2012. A couple of months later, in late February of 2013, former In Tandem Film CEO Gary Smith stepped down, which caused production on 10 Things I Hate About Life to be put on hiatus. The film was a high priority to get it back up and running, even with actress Evan Rachel Wood being pregnant at the time. In Tandem Films insisted that it was due to their financial issues that caused a delay in production instead of an actress being pregnant at the time. It was said that half an hour of film was shown to the American film market in November of 2013, where it was also announced in an update that Evan Rachel Wood would still be the lead actress when production continued on the film. At the supposed screening, the film received a mixed reception from the audience. After all the production delays on 10 Things I Hate About Life, Evan Rachel Wood left the project in 2014. All the while, a lawsuit was filed against Evan Wood. However, it was not successful in any capacity. The movie started to lose funding since then, and never even tried to recast any actors or actresses that dropped from the film, or even finish the film with what they had. The 30-minute cut of 10 Things I Hate About Life that was screened at the American film market but has never resurfaced ever, likely due to legal red tape involved, it will be very unlikely that the 30-minute cut of the film can ever be released to the public. An official trailer, some production photos, and a poster are the only parts of the film that have surfaced to date. For those who don't know or didn't know, that Astro Boy had numerous attempts made to make the IP into a Western movie, but it was also a well-known manga series that had 3 anime in 1963, 1980, and 2003, with 2009 getting a CGI movie to mixed reception. Then in February of 2015, it was announced that Animal Logic would be producing the film in collaboration with Tetsuka Productions and Ranger 7 Films. A year later, Andre Fabrizio and Jeremy Passmore were announced as the movie's writers, and that they would start working on the script. Even at this point in time, Astro Boy still didn't have a director or cast. New Line Cinema was selected to distribute the film in the West. If this movie was ever released, unfortunately, it wouldn't be the first live-action adaptation for the franchise. That honor would belong to the TV series that aired in Japan from 1959 to 1960. Any info on this live-action Astro Boy film was last talked about in February of 2016, and it's currently unknown what happened to the film, or if Andre or Jeremy even finished writing the script for the movie. There is no information about a potential director that was attached readily available, and neither are any actors connected as well. But it's assumed that Astro Boy was just abandoned after 8 years of nothing going forward, and the existence of a script remains unconfirmed. Everyone knows the 2022 film starring Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne, with Matt Reeves co-writing it, but it wasn't always planned to be like this. The original version of the film was announced when it was set in Zack Snyder's DCEU and had Ben Affleck signed on to not only direct but also produce, co-write, and star as Bruce Wayne. The Batman starring Ben Affleck was announced October 2014, and in July of 2015, Affleck was in negotiations to also direct and co-write the script with comic book writer Jeff Johns. A year later, Affleck and Johns finished the first draft of The Batman, and was a mostly original story but had influences from Arkham Asylum, A Serious House on Serious Earth, the comic book storyline Nightfall, and the video game Batman Arkham Asylum, because for most of the movie would be set in Arkham Asylum as Bruce dealt with the death of Dick Grayson, the first Robin. In January of 2017, writer Chris Terrio turned in a rewrite of Affleck and Johns' script, with Affleck announcing that he'd be stepping down as director the same month, saying that he wasn't able to get the script to where he wanted it to be happy with. By February of 2017, Matt Reeves was signed on to replace Affleck as the film's director. After he read a copy of Affleck's script that was sent to him by Warner Brothers, Reeves made the decision to rewrite the film from scratch, as Affleck's take was totally valid but not the film he wanted to make. The plot details of the Affleck version would be set after the events of Justice League, with Deathstroke harassing Batman as he sets out to destroy Bruce's life by offing those closest to him for believing Bruce had a hand in Slade's son's death. Deathstroke causes a mass breakout at Arkham Asylum to try and wear Batman down. Then in the film's climax, a battle between Deathstroke, Batman, and Batgirl, Barbara Gordon, on the streets of Gotham City is featured. The film's events would have been set up in a post-credit scene that was cut in the Justice League of Slade learning who Batman was, which was later reused in an extended Zack Snyder's Justice League cut from 2021. Unfortunately, Warner Brothers and DC Studios will never release the full script for the Affleck version of the film, but many have learned details from it with cast interviews. In 2022, Keith Christensen released a lot of the concept art he made for this version of the film on his Instagram and ArtStation. This next one is an old one, and I mean a real old one, as it's called Breaking Into the Big League, a baseball drama starring Harry Millard and Margaret Cordott. It was released on August 20th, 1913 by Calum Company. The film was noted to have Hall of Famers John J. McGraw and Christy Mathewson in the movie as well. For what the plot of this movie had, well, Montjoy Jones, played by Harry, is a player on the Squashfield baseball team and is a part of the championship game against Stringtown. Mammy, played by Margaret, goes on the field before the game to greet Montjoy, who is her love interest. Towards the end of the game, Stringtown loads the bases as the pitcher struggles, and a fly ball towards Montjoy is dropped, losing the game. Montjoy is disgraced and forbidden from seeing Mammy. He later dreams of the scenario again, this time catching the ball, and becomes a hero. A scout for the Giants happens to be at the game and reports back to John J. McGraw, who sends Montjoy a contract. Montjoy joins the team and is trained by McGraw and Mathewson. The season begins and Montjoy quickly shows his skill. After giving an interview, the news of his play reaches his hometown, sparking Mammy and her father to attend the game. Montjoy again becomes a hero after the game and confidently ignores Mammy, walking past her. Montjoy wakes up after this, reality setting back in. A note is slid under his door from Mammy, telling him he can see her as long as he does not mention baseball to her father. Montjoy throws his bat and glove into the street and proceeds to Mammy's house as the film ends. It was said that this film was made into 2 reels and was said to have been released in 2 parts. The film was shown as late as June 1914 and was shown all over the Western world at the time, which was Sydney, Australia. It's currently unknown what happened to Breaking Into the Big League after its premiere, with its last recorded showing being shown in Saskatoon, Canada. The film is considered lost. On December 14, 2017, a user called TCMA posted on the net54baseball.com forums showing off several images on the cardstock of the film, showing what appears to be either stills or production images with the title of the film on the bottom of each photo. This one is more recent. Coyote vs. Acme is a legal comedy film directed by Dave Green that combines live action and animation. This film itself took inspiration from the 1990s article written in The New Yorker, written by Ian Fraser, titled Coyote vs. Acme, which features the Warner Brothers character Wile E. Coyote suing the Acme Corporation for multiple cases of their products malfunctioning. The film's original release date of June 21st, 2023 was taken by Barbie, and for this film it was deemed a bomb before release, so WB shoveled it before ultimately marking it for a tax write-off. Coyote vs. Acme started production in August of 2018 with Chris McClay as producer, with John and Josh Silverman as the scriptwriters for the movie. Filming began in March of 2022 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and finished filming the same year in May. If you want to hear more about the plot of the movie, it goes a little something like this. The film stars Wile E. Coyote hiring an attorney representing him in a lawsuit against the Acme Corporation after every single product from them backfires during multiple cases of Wile's various tries at capturing the Roadrunner. During their legal battle, they end up forming a friendship, which gives them more motivation to win their case. Coyote vs. Acme saw its shelving on November 9th, 2023, Warner Brothers stating that the film wouldn't see a release at all and be instead claimed as a tax loss of $30 million, making it the third film by Warner to have been canned, next to Batgirl and Scoob: Holiday Haunt, despite its positive reception from screenings. On November 13th, 2023, it was revealed that Warner had reversed the decision to shelve the film after massive criticism of Warner's decision to can films to get some money back, allowing its filmmakers to sell the film to other distributors. Unfortunately, Warner rejected all offers because every bid did not meet the $70 to $80 million Warner wanted from the movie. On March 10, 2024, Sammy Birch stated at the 96th Academy Awards that the film had not been shelved just yet, and talks about the film's fate are still being done. On March 3rd, 2024, an anonymous user on pastebin.com posted an entire scene-by-scene synopsis of the film. While it's not really clear if anything mentioned on it is accurate or legit, there are some aspects of it which seem to align with available material for the film. This is a small update. While I was working on this, it looks like this film won't be lost media anymore, as the rights have been sold to Catch Up Entertainment and will get a theatrical release after all in 2026. If you don't know about Doraemon, then here's a quick rundown. Doraemon is a very popular and long-running anime series based on the manga of the same name by Fujiko F. Fujio. Its best-known TV adaptation lasted from April 2nd, 1979 to March 18, 2005, then got rebooted that began airing a month after the first series' ending, and is still airing to this day. Also, Doraemon has a total of 38 Doraemon movies that have been created, as well as numerous short films. A well-known short titled Ken-chan's Adventure was a special funded by the National Welfare Foundation for Physically and Mentally Handicapped, shown in 1980 and 1981 for the International Year of the Disabled Persons in 1981, before being televised only once on October 5th, 1981. It was screened until the end of the century across Japan, and the starring guest character Ken-chan, who was the mascot of the National Welfare Foundation for Physically and Mentally Handicapped for a time, it was played at screenings until the end of 2000 across Japan. From available screenshots of the short, it appeared that subtitles colored red are hard-coded onto the footage for hearing impaired viewers. Nobuo Oyama, who was the voice of Doraemon at the time, said that she learned how to communicate with the disabled in a way that she would not have known before thanks to the short, and that she felt it became an unforgettable work and experience. Nobuo wanted the special to be rebroadcast on television throughout the years, but that opportunity was never given. The story of the Doraemon special goes like this. The disabled boy in a wheelchair named Ken Ikoma is transferred to the class of Nobita, who loves to collect butterflies. However, due to his disability, the only butterflies he has ever collected were bought at shops. Ken wishes to catch a butterfly on his own with his own butterfly net and hands. Nobita sympathizes with Ken, so with Doraemon and his friends, they travel back in time to the Cenozoic era, which is 30 million years ago, to capture butterflies, but somehow a giant bird-like dinosaur appears there and the wheelchair collapses. Ken will have to return to the wheelchair by himself, but is able to briefly stand on his own to catch the butterflies with the help of his friends. Many ancient butterflies then appear and Ken catches them by himself. He is happy and thanks his new friends for the experience. Sadly, the special was only broadcasted once on TV in Japan and was never released for home video or streaming, and it's unknown if the National Welfare Foundation for Physically and Mentally Handicapped even still has a copy of the Doraemon special. There was a 16mm copy of the film, but as of November 23rd, 2023, it was put up for auction on Yahoo Auctions Japan, where it is still there, and the asking price is for the short of 880,000 yen, or a little under 6K in US dollars. On February 26, 2024, a VHS rip of the short PSA Manor movie short from the October 5th, 1981 debut airing of the TV special was uploaded to Twitter by user VHS Salvage Squad, which included Doraemon and Ken talking about the special and its prevalence, and also includes footage from the National Welfare Foundation for the Physically and Mentally Handicapped. On March 2nd, 2024, they uploaded a 1 minute of the opening to the short, and on June 27th, uploaded the ending, but the whole short will remain lost until someone buys the copy for 6K. Dragon Ball Z The Real 4D at Super Tenkaichi Budokai is a short film that aired exclusively in Universal Japan around June 2017. A follow-up to the previous year's Dragon Ball Z The Real 4D, the film takes audiences into an epic fight between Goku and Broly. Unlike its previous film being available in full online, in this film, introducing a new form of Goku being God Fusion Goku, no high quality full cam rips or source of the film exist online at all. Here is a small synopsis of the film because it's kinda long. For the experience, the introduction video before the 4D experience was in regular anime format. In the video, visitors are introduced to a Super World Martial Arts tournament. The tournament is in its penultimate round, and Piccolo, Krillin, Vegeta, Goku, and the Great Saiyaman are all competing against each other in that round. The winner will fight Mr. Satan in the final match. Mr. Satan confronts Goku before the round starts and reminds him of the promise to let Mr. Satan win if Goku wins the penultimate round. The video also reveals that Mr. Satan has also stolen the Dragon Balls that Bulma has gathered herself. Visitors are told that they are sitting in a special Capsule Corp audience pod that Bulma is piloting. The 4D video itself is in CG, although the CG is of really good quality. Previous 4D shows for past summer attractions also had really good quality CG. The round starts and Vegeta obviously goes after Goku first, leaving the other three to duke it out amongst themselves. Krillin throws Gohan out of bounds after distracting him by taking off his Great Saiyaman sunglasses and exposing his true identity to the audience. As Piccolo then has Krillin on the ropes, Android 18 shows up out of nowhere and offers Piccolo a drink. She is selling concessions. Krillin uses this distraction to escape and knock Piccolo to the ground, causing him to be out of bounds. Then Broly appears coming out of the body of water, ready to fight. Dragon Ball Z The Real 4D at Super Tenkaichi Budokai was part of Universal Japan's Universal Jump Summer event in 2017 that aired from June 30th, 2017 all the way to October 1st, 2017. Unfortunately, like a lot of these theme park shorts, they never get a home release. A full rip of the Dragon Ball short does exist, but the footage is so low quality along with the screen being obscured most of the time, so the person recording the film doesn't get caught. This film likely won't ever be released in full for viewing unless someone finds a copy and dumps it online, so technically the Real 4D at Super Tenkaichi Budokai will remain lost media. That should do it for this longer than normal video of Lost Media Movies Volume 2. What media should I look into next? Leave them in the comments below, but stay gold guys, and I'll see you in the next video.